Okay, so today we are clearing out my son's room. So as you can tell, he has a lot of things. Today we're clearing out his room. We are going to be minimizing his toys. I have decided that I'm only going to bring okay, he loves these. And like they're just one of those things that like I just remember love building stuff when I was a kid, and he's a boy, so he obviously loves building stuff. So we're going to be bringing these, and they can get dirty, and we don't really care. Like we've let them be outside before. And then obviously he is in his Hot Wheel era, so we are going to be bringing this. This folds down at some capacity, but my husband always handles that, and it's like he could fill the car trailer with whichever ones he wants to put in there, but it folds down kind of small, and that way we can bring this one, and then it comes out and it's actually a like stunt track. So that will be going. I also told him that he could take, he's got all these Hot Wheels, right? Like this whole thing is almost full. This side's full, and whoa! My 7-month-old just took out the ring light. Okay. Girl, whenever we decide to get another house, and obviously it's Spider-Man, so we gotta keep it. So that is going to go in storage. Hi, princess. What's going on, girl? Do you need some toys here? So we've been on a super big Hot Wheels kick ever since William figured them out. A little before he turned 2. Okay, so had to change a diaper and do a potty break. Not for me, for my children. But now we're back. Okay, so what else are we getting rid of? We have like so many books. So it's so hard for me to get rid of books because I personally love books, and I probably read like at least 20 books a day with our kids. And I've been like that ever since William was like small, because I love to read as well. And so we have so many books, like probably a bookshelf, like a good bookshelf worth of just children's books, because Sky has her books, William has his books. He gets books for his birthday. He just gets books because we would rather buy a book than a toy. And yeah, so that is just the thing. We even go to the library, and he gets books every week at the library. So books are very much a part of our life. And he has, like, I'm looking over here because on this wall, I'm not going to move the camera, but on this wall is like a ton of books, and I already sold the bookshelf, so I'm like, now I have to sift through all the books. And I've narrowed it down to we're only bringing 7 books. 7 books is all that's going with us. So with that being said, we have to kind of just narrow down how many books we have, because I would say we have at least 40, at least. And I've already narrowed them down, and I've already sold like probably 20 books in our garage sale, and I'm still like, what do I do with all these children's books? Because I don't want to give them away because he loves reading them, and it's like, so anyways, going to be doing that today, picking out which 7 books we're going to be taking with us. So I'm going to show you some of our faves that we have to take to Colorado. So we got to take this one, Hiking Alphabet. We got this one at, I'm pretty sure we got it at the Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve gift shop. But it literally is just like, it's so cute. It's like A is for air, B is for bears, and then it kind of goes through it. And one of my favorite ones, I actually learned something from this book. And I was talking about it with one of my spiritual guidance counselors during one of our sessions, and I was like, isn't it so cool? Okay, R is for roots. Did you know that tree roots link up and even talk to one another? They really do. Isn't that crazy? Guys, the trees are out there talking to each other. Like, when you say it like that, it kind of sounds crazy. But, like, they do. Like, they communicate, like, what nutrients they need, and they share, like, it's a little community out there in the forest that, like, y'all don't even know what's happening. Literally beneath the forest, the tree roots are like, hey, I need some more, whatever, glucose over here for making these fruits. And the trees are like, here you go. And they're like a little trading root communication system, like just in their roots. It's crazy. So that's what I learned from this book. So this one, definitely coming. So that's one. Obviously, we got to do this one, right? I'm pretty sure we got this one at the Garden of the Gods visitor center. What? You good? Oh, did you drop your car? I'll put it closer. There we go. So this one's all the letters, and we're very big on letters right now. We're trying to teach him all of his letters, and he's got like A, B, C down, but like obviously. Okay, so another one that we are going to be bringing with us is this one. So this is the third book that I've chosen. It's called This I Know, Seeing God in the World He Made. And somebody from church, shout out to the Doldrels, got this for Sky whenever I had my baby shower. And I really like it because it just talks about like what our world can tell us about God, and it can tell us more than you think. And it just goes through like how Jesus loves us through the mountains and why, and the ocean, and through baby sister, and yeah. So it's just, I really love this one. And William really likes it, and it goes through the seasons, and it goes through like places that we're going to be traveling, and just talking about how God shows up in everyday moments, in all of the trials and all of the storms. And so this is our third pick. For our fourth pick, we are going to be doing, these are going to go together. These are actually going to, so technically I'm going to be keeping 8 books because these two go together. I love the Big Theology for Little Hearts. Their books are amazing, and it really simplifies like the gospel and the Holy Spirit in a way that kids can try to start understanding and grasping like what this is, and just how the Lord operates, and love these two. So this is our fourth pick. And then let's see, this does not count as one of the books that we are picking for him to bring. This is going to be in the car bin. This was one of my friend's kid's favorite books whenever he was learning his alphabet, because you could see it has like a little place you can put your finger to trace, and like every little, it's like velvet, so it's like tactile, like they like to feel, kids like to feel things that feel different. So like you could just trace your finger and learn how to write the letters. So that's awesome. He's gonna love that, and it always keeps him busy in the car. So that's gonna be for the car bin. So I'm gonna make a car bin stack, and I'm gonna make like the 8 books that we're gonna be bringing. We are also going to be doing this one, Who Pooped in the Park? It's Yellowstone National Park edition. So this was actually William's, one of his middle brothers. Actually, I think it's technically it's his youngest brother. So this was his whenever he was a kid, which is super special. He gave it to William whenever he was like 4 months old, our son William. So we really like it, and it goes through like the tracks and the scat of all the animals in like Yellowstone Park. So that's really cool, and it teaches them like how to look out for certain tracks and what scat to look at. And it will also give him something to do on the trail to like refer back to this and be like, oh, remember when we were reading our book, what tracks do these look like? And we'll just try to do like a little matching game so he can learn how to do that. So that is 5. That's day 5. Okay, so we want to pick, we have a lot of like learning and gospel right now in our stack. So I want to pick a fun one for him. I want to pick one that he is going to enjoy, that is more like, well, he's going to enjoy all of them, but like one that's fun. So, boom, Spider-Man Goes to the Farm. Because you know, he loves Spider-Man, and this is also like a touchy book, and he likes to act it out and stuff, so that one is going to be 6. That is what I had to do. My phone was like, your iPhone storage is full, so please delete some things. So I went back, deleted a few apps because I had a lot that I don't even use. But back to the books. So this book I really love because it talks about how nature is ours to explore. It's a gift from God, and how we should treat it nice, and because it's for all of us, and we should just love our world and the people in it. That's why I like this. So 7. Honestly, I'm thinking with book number 8, I might go with like one of his I Spy books, so he can like, it's one of those books that he likes to sit down and like look for things, and it makes his brain think, and we can be like, okay, find 5 frogs, and he'll look like it helps him learn how to count, helps him learn how to locate things and really hone out different objects when he's looking at a page full of different things to look at. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. So he has this one. Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? So yeah, he likes this treasure ship one. I actually might pair this with, see, this is the hard part because I want to pair them all. But he also has a castle edition that's like medieval, and I think that I will probably bring that one as well because he just, they just take up so much time for him to like use his brain and sit down and look at something. And I don't know, I feel like it's a common occurrence with a lot of boy moms, but getting them to sit down and do something for a longer period of time is difficult because they have so much testosterone, especially at his age, just going through their bodies, and like they just want to play and run and fight and do wild things and jump off of things and see what their body can do and test their limits, and I get that, but it's also really good for them to sit down and kind of use their brain and take a moment to get some respite and just slow down and learn something. And those are good. These are good for that. So I'm gonna do these 2. So those are our last ones. Those are the books that we're gonna be packing. I'm probably going to add more to the car bag, like this one. He got this one for his birthday from one of his best friends. So he obviously has to keep this one. But it like does all the roars. So I can't wait to hear that in the car over and over again. So that one is going to go in the car bag with this one, these 2 together. I'm also going to be making more for the car bag, like little puppets that he has, just kind of going through his toys. Setting stuff that's going to be going to Grandpa's, like his tool shelf, some of his cars, well, majority of his cars, and some of his tracks and stuff like that. So that is the goal. Okay, I also just realized that I've had my air purifier on this whole time, so if my videos prior to this one sound a little loud, that is why. Okay, so I just cleaned out our magnetile bin basket thing. I'm probably gonna honestly reuse like all of our basket things for storage inside the camper and the cars. So this I'm gonna toss aside, see if I need it, and if I don't, I'll just give it to somebody that needs it, or I'll make like a little gift basket and reuse it for a gift for somebody else so they can enjoy it. Magnetiles, we love them, but I do think that my husband and I made an executive decision, because we have spent so much money on magnetiles, that we are not going to be bringing them on the trip. And the biggest reason is because there's a lot of minerals and stuff in the dirt in Colorado. And because they're magnetic, they could get really dirty. Things could get up in them. And so we are just going to take them to his Pa and Grand's house. That way they're there. And whenever he is ready to play with them again and we are no longer on the road, he will have them. And it's always good for Pa and Grand to have some toys for him to play with when he visits. So that is the goal. So all this box, this whole box of books and magnetiles is going to go over there, and we're going to be making a trip there this week, having some family time, so it's going to be good. Oh, and obviously we got to take William's little Bible because he loves taking this thing places, so that will go in the stack of take. Pretty sure I hear his footsteps coming this way. All right, so this little thing that we bought that I have no idea what I'm gonna do with. I bought this because my kid, he's just one to he's a fighter, man. He's a lover, but he's a fighter, and he wants to box a little bit, and he has all this energy. So I got him this little punching bag, and I told him, I was like, if you feel like you're gonna be aggressive, go to your punching bag, take it out, take a few deep breaths, decompress, come back. It's been working. So I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna take it, if we're gonna leave it pause, if we're gonna sell it, but I literally just bought it at TJ Maxx for like $14. So I was like, it's great. It's a great thing for boys. And we could honestly open the door to the camper and like hang it, and he could still play with it. So maybe that might be one of the few toys that he brings. So I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile, and we'll see how bad he wants to bring it. Okay, so far I've got all this. Hold on, I'll move the camera here in a minute, and I will let you guys know. So he's got this whole stitch going on. He got this for Christmas, and this was one of his Santa gifts, and he absolutely loves it. But I do feel like he kind of has this thing where he just has so many toys to play with, where like he just gets system overload and just ends up not playing with any of his toys and just playing with like random things or making up his own game. Like he's very much in his imaginary state. So I'm like, he just makes up things to play with, or he wants to build, and I'm like, okay, he really doesn't need all this stuff, but he does love it. And I think if we like, it's not around him a lot and then he comes back to it, he's gonna be like, whoa. So if one of his friends doesn't want some of his tools and toys, then we are going to make sure that they stay at pause for his fun time with Paul. So, and also they would love to play pretend with him. Like, I just know, I could see a light in their eyes, like playing with my kids that I've never seen before. And it just makes my heart so happy to see that they love my children, and it makes them happy. So that's such a healed point. Whoa. Serious moment interrupted by chaos. Hilarious. But anyways, it's such a wholesome thing, and it heals a piece of me that I didn't know was broken, and I'm so glad for that. Thankful, even. All right. So we got that. Okay, and then this is obviously gonna go. Paul got him this. His Paul is a avid fisher, bass fisher. He does like tournaments and things. So he got him a boat. He got him a truck. He's got a trailer. He's got all the things. I might actually save this little basket for his toys to go in, because I know that they're probably not going to have a place for them. So that's probably what I'll do. Especially his bigger stuff. But I have like all this stuff miscellaneously down here. This is going to go to pause for building. I genuinely don't want to take too much, because I know like he wants toys to play with, but I also don't want to clutter up their house, especially since we're going to be gone for 4 months. But I think that this is probably going to be it. This little bit that I have right down here. Boop. All right, kind of got off track, but I wanted to show you guys our literary bin. So we have a bin, we're putting together a bin for all of like our reading material as a family that we're going to be doing together. So this is it. Bin. Okay, so I'll just pull things out of here and show you. Obviously this has got to go, right? Because this is our Furley family Bible. This was a gift from William's family to us when we got married, and we get to carry this through generations, and I'm excited because it's been it's been some places and it's got some age, and we are going to take good care of it, but it's going to be put to use, and we're going to have a sacred place for it, where it won't get damaged but still be used. So that is going to go. We also have our family prayer journal. So we use this regularly. We got this whenever we dedicated Sky, and we have been using it on and off since. So we'll be taking that. Don't know if I can show these, but we do have 2 devotionals that are going to be released that one of my good friends in faith, or really almost family in faith, has written, and we are honored to have it and be able to use it. So I'm not going to share that, but we are going to be using these, and these are really good tools to help us, to help narrow down our minds, slow down, focus on gratitude, and just be with Jesus more. Try to hear his voice more. And then we have journals. We're going to both have a journal. Then we have Appreciation Heaven's Language by Marletha Webb. Amazing. It just really, it goes through like just so many things that will help you just slow down, calm and quiet yourself, and appreciate the things that God has blessed you with, the memories that you hold, the moments that you have been blessed to experience, and just focus on that versus what the world wants you to focus on. So that this is a great tool for that. And I do believe she's going to make a like a journal that goes with it to help, because there's just not enough room to write notes in, because it's just so good. It's filled with so many good words. Okay, so we have that. And then we have William's Bible. I also have my Bible, but I was reading it, so it's in the other room. I actually use it pretty often, and I keep it like out on the counter, and just read it when I can, so it's out there. But we're gonna be bringing my Bible. I have like a journaling creativity Bible because I like to color and keep myself engaged in there, because yeah, I just like it that way. And then we have this. It's a wipe clean workbook for William. Clearly it's been used, okay guys, don't judge. But it helps him like trace his letters, his numbers, scholastic, we love. So that's going. And then we have his course book. This is the Good and Beautiful curriculum for preschool. It has colors, letters, and sounds, matching motor skills, numbers, rhyming, shapes, and sorting. So that is what we are going to be bringing, and that is paired with the practice sheets, endless practice sheets to help him learn how to do his letters, his numbers, and all that stuff. And then we have the folder activities that go with it. It's called the Mouse House. It goes with the curriculum, and it's just like, it has matching cards that are like cutouts. It has different characters that are like cutouts to help him learn his letters and his numbers and seasons and all the things. So that will be going with us as well. And over time, I'm going to be building more in the literary box. It's just, I don't want to take too much, because I just don't want to take too much. I'm really trying to not bring that much stuff. So this is what we got for our literary box so far. And I'm pretty sure that the room that I have left over here, I'm just going to use it for like pens and pencils, and like probably a box of crowns for William, because I also got his Spidey and Friends notebook, coloring book, because he likes to color. So we'll probably like keep one coloring book in the rotation. When he's done with this one, we'll probably just go pick him another one. And then, yeah, so that is the literary stuff, learning stuff that we have going with us on the trip. We have a pile of books here. This is the pile of books. This is the 8 books that we are going to be bringing on the trip for William. And this right here. And you know, honestly, we might get closer and I might end up narrowing it down more because of how much stuff we have. I don't know. We'll see. It just really depends on like room capacity and like highest need of things, honestly. And we don't need all those books. I would just like for him to have books to read. And we can also do visits to the library, like sometimes, for him to like read some. So there's that option too. But yeah, now I must go through all of this stuff on the floor and see what we're gonna do with it. We have this whole thing of stuffies, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with them, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So many people get stuffies for your kids, and you're just like, we don't need another stuffy. But also they love them and they're cute, and I'm so happy when people buy things that they know that they will enjoy. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these stuffies, but we gonna figure it out. I know for a fact I'm gonna keep like his bunny and his shark and his favorite things like his fox that his friends sewed for him and his polar bear. But those few things is about it. That's about all that's coming, because we don't have a lot of room for recreational stuff. And in the grand scheme of things, he doesn't need that stuff, and he's gonna be so captivated with like everything that's going on all the time that he's not even gonna be worried about it. So we have those that we're gonna be figuring out what to do with. This is basically all small stuff. I got like a little toolbox I'm gonna put like his clamp in, probably clean up his clamp. He's gotta bring his little lantern. I might get him a new lantern. I don't know. I keep saying that, but we don't need to get anything new. He's got plenty of stuff. And it works. I mean, it's just not very bright. But he got that for Christmas last year. And then this can go in his toolbox along with like his hammer and stuff. And just like getting all the small things off the floor that like that are on the floor now because I poured them out of the toy box and tried to sort through things. This is like all the small stuff that is left that I just need to kind of gather through, figure out like what's trash, what's keepable, what's not, what's donatable. Because we are going to be doing a donate drop off this week. I'm going to be doing a whole clothes haul, toy haul, whatever I can donate, I'm donating.
Okay, after I finished decluttering my son's room and just picking the books for the literary box for his books that he is taking, and just kind of building the literary bin and separating everything, getting all the toys and stuffies in bags for donation, did all of that, got it cleared off and into the garage, took out the trash, kind of cleaned up everything. So I moved on to the office because obviously it is just so disorganized right now. So I took all of our receipts together. Since it's been tax season, we've been busy getting all of our expenses together and ready. So that's what I did. I got them all together in a box, separated a lot of the books and notebooks and journals and everything that we had on this shelf, including like photo albums and memorabilia and stuff. Separated it all into things that we are going to donate, things that we are going to keep, and then things that we are going to take with us. So got sidetracked a few times, cleaned up more, had to move my baby, found some things that really just took me back a few moments and got to enjoy seeing those memories and just taking that in. Took all these books off the shelf that we are going to donate and take to Goodwill, and then found a couple more things and cleared this thing off. Made sure that it was good and clear, because obviously we had to have a little moment with it after we got it cleared off, get some water, take a look at all these unnecessary things and throw away paper, get it ready for the paper shredder, and just get all the important documents into the filing cabinet before we get rid of the desk. Had to have a little She-Hulk moment with the shelf, obviously, and yeah, so